Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Oh, all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Yeah, I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. What you want, shorty, what you need. What you need. Run the game, we never leave. Counting up this money, we ain't never sleeping. You got feet 12 like a 12 beat. Got bottles, got. I'm all the way up. Shawty, what you want, I got what you need. Shawty, what you want, I got what you need. Shawty, what you want, I got what you need. I'm all the way up. 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 All the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. For my to Bentley coupes and Rolexes. Kicked the out the room and gave her no breakfast. Had to stash the jewels. These is so reckless. Keep my on cruise, I'm talking on nothing. Town showing off for new things. Couldn't take it off, so I gave her chain. She called me top shotter, yeah, I keep a few things. Champion sound, yeah, I got a few rings. And I'm all the way up, all the way up. And you can stay up, and you can stay up. And if you ask anybody where I live, they point to the hills and say, go all the way up, all the way up. Go all the way up, go all the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Left the big house to a bigger house. Ain't have a girlfriend, but the is out. Chanel croc bag ain't even out. With the gold chains, Himalayan Birkin coke. Lit it up. Packed. I hit him up and talk color money. Purple yen and blue Durham. I got brown lira. I ain't talking about Ross. I'm the on Viagra. That means I'm all the way up. And you can stay up. P.O. said I can't get high. Hopped in the helicopter, Uber and said, go all the way up. 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 I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. What you want, shorty, what you need. What you need. Run the game, we ain't never leave. Counting up this money, we ain't never sleeping. You got feet 12 like a 12 beat. Got bottles, got. I'm all the way up. What you want, I got what you need. Shawty, what you want, I got what you need. Shawty, what you want, I got what you need. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. All the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. All the way up.
Well, here we are once again, and all of you keep coming back for more. So thank you for that. I will say first and foremost, thank you for joining us this evening. Kind of a I know random announcement that came up, not too long ago, but want to try to get back into the swing of things. We know season 8 has begun, and off to a great start from everything we've seen so far. So, uh, I am here with Derek and Colin as always, as you guys have become accustomed to, and a little bit different of a format. Colin, should I explain how that's going to work real quick?
So we're going to try to do a couple segments here. Ryan's going to start us off with this particular segment, and then I will go into another one, and then Derek's going to do something special for us tonight. Derek is a mastermind of entertainment, and he's got something I think you guys are going to like, something that can keep us a little bit off the cuff, I guess.
Yep. And it'll also be an interactive segment. I thought about this right before. After the episode, if you'd like to add anything to that segment for future episodes, you'll get the opportunity to message me and we can throw it in.
Yep, for sure. So,
and changing it up, making things random. We're not known for doing that, so that's why we brought in Derek with this idea.
Yes, Derek's the man. Derek's the man. It must be bright in that room right now.
Oh yeah.
Or is glaucoma's acting up?
The hangover. So apologies for being a half hour late, but I mean, like all good streams and like all of our previous ones, we're not on time.
It is the theme for the WFA.
It's been a minute, and technical issues were quite abundant this evening, so hopefully we don't run into any while we're streaming.
Yeah. Right.
So, do we want to get started?
Let's let it roll.
Let's do it.
All right, so we are going to start out with my segment, and it was kind of an idea that I had because I know I've been away for a minute. Also, sorry, I just got caught up reading the chat. Also,
I'm not sure who that
we,
is. Oh yeah,
General
it's Zach.
Cornwall.
It's
Who do you
Zach.
think it
It's
is?
Zach.
Before I get started, actually, you know what? Props to Alex Dar, Jake, Zach, you know,
Skills.
Skills. I thought Sammy G was Skills. It's been a while. I apologize, but thank you guys for being here, and everyone else who might jump in along the way. But to make it known how this segment came up, I've been away for a little while, and so I wanted to talk about what the WFA is going on.
Ryan has no idea what's
no.
happened.
I have more of an idea now than I did maybe 48 hours ago. But also I've been watching games and stuff. I just where the hell is everybody? I don't know. Everyone's moved around. Teams aren't where they're supposed to. Who the hell is Lincoln and why are they not scoring points? I have so many questions.
And why do they not have a beard and a top hat?
And yeah, I mean, spiders?
Right.
They do have a fitting logo for the start they had so far. So.
Yeah.
But it's not about roasting people in this segment.
I mean,
so I guess
it's not this one.
It's all of them kind of are. But no, in all seriousness, some changes, and I know season 7 was kind of, it's cut short. There's some retooling, and so even some of the things there, some of the changes that happened during that season, are still, kind of foreign to me. I know that Phoenix moved to Boston, became the Whales.
Yep.
I got that one figured out.
Yep.
The Lincoln Spiders are a team. And then they played Kansas City that I didn't even know was a city.
You know where Lincoln's at? You know what state Lincoln is in?
Nebraska.
Yeah. I did not know that.
Lincoln wasn't
I had
there,
no
Colin.
idea.
Lincoln was born in, I think, Kentucky. Is that right, Derek?
I was
It's
surprised.
In fact Kentucky, but Illinois stole him from us.
Right.
So let it be known.
Yeah.
Kentucky's the land of Lincoln. Everyone else
So-
can shove it.
I mean, other than that, yeah, everything else is
real history.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more changes than that.
No, there is.
Going,
we have. I know Victoria. The Victoria Vanguards. They moved down to our beloved Charleston, West Virginia, and hopefully, I know Nolan, being the new owner of that team, can do what the state of West Virginia proud. Off to a good start with that, final second field goal win, this past weekend. So that's already a thrilling team, but it's a good team to begin with. The bones were there from Victoria, so.
Yep. Yeah. Good deal.
But it just goes to show it takes a hardy team to survive up north.
Yeah.
That's true.
Canada's not meant for everyone.
So,
but it did take them moving to Canada to get a win.
I guess I was surprised and also disappointed. Pottsville is still a team. I know there's some new ownership in Salt Lake. With Logan, and welcome back to Joel. Glad that you are back in the league and owning a team again as a co-owner. That's awesome. And I know that Jake got Liam back. I heard that was good news. So reunited, and it feels so good.
Yeah, that's right. Head coach
Probably
for
we know.
Green Bay.
Yeah, so maybe Jake will actually show up to the Gen Bowl this year. Now that Liam's back. So.
Oh,
you know where Fargo is? Apparently, someone's asking if you know where Fargo is.
That's in North Dakota.
North Dakota.
I've watched the TV series. It was great.
About wood chippers, right?
So what else do we have? Did you mention Logan? Logan teaming up with Joel? I know you mentioned Joel. Logan with Joel.
Yep.
What else we have? I mean, Bill Cherry was around last season for his premiere season, but man, coming out to play week 1 against Lincoln.
For sure. 68 unanswered.
Bill Cherry showing that he knows his shit.
Ron, do you know who the new owner in Miami is?
That's a good question. Do you know?
I know it's not Art.
It's not Art. Your boo thing is gone.
And Art rhymes with heart, and mine is broken. So.
Well, I'll tell you, it's Mr. Mike Coco.
Yeah,
Oh,
get,
Mike
get
Coco,
your little chocolate in
congratulations.
there.
And Mike Coco,
Congratulations.
I mean, he knows his stuff.
Oh,
He
I
does.
know. Yeah, that's not a question.
He knows his stuff.
And he's definitely taken over a very storied franchise that was kind of like a whole Cleveland Browns type situation where the old team had moved away and went to Jamaica, and then a new team came and just kind of took over the same moniker.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
technically, Jamaica traded hands for a second because Jordan Andrews fell off the face of the earth, but then came back.
Well, thank goodness for that. I was wondering, Derek and I were actually talking about it the other day. We weren't sure if Jordan was in the league, out of the league,
Nope.
back in the league.
He was
thank
gone for
goodness
a
that.
while, but he came
Jordan-
back and took over. So,
And I think
yeah.
it's no surprise, Jordan's one of our favorite owners, especially to talk to. It's a very unique situation where he is legitimately in Jamaica, and that is pretty cool. And I know we talked to
Yeah.
him that one episode a while back. And
That
that's
is
just
cool.
awesome. It's really awesome. Truly a World Football Alliance for sure.
I think a couple new other things that we have going on in the WFA is Ryder has become
I
co-owner
was just about
of
to say
New
that.
Haven. Yeah. So,
Okay.
I mean, that's been a long time coming. That
Yeah,
guy's done all the work for New Haven. I'm glad to see him as co-owner.
Well deserved.
And I think they're sporting some new uniforms this season. They're working on sort of like a hybrid from the old New Haven and the recent New Haven, working in a little bit of orange into
no,
their
we're gonna chat.
uniforms. Nolan
What
Pierce.
about like New Haven?
Yeah,
if you will?
some new Haven. It's in some
Cool.
New Haven. And in Montreal, I
I
am
was gonna ask you
am
about that.
glad to share the throne with Derek Chinko. So co-owner
Big Daddy-
Derek
Big
Chinko.
Daddy Colin let me up on the throne.
I love it.
Thanks,
I
bud.
love it. So
It
it's
is-
nice to have somebody to share the scepter with.
To be honest, people, Colin just got really tired of me being like, "What has the league said? I don't know. Can you tell me?" And he's like, "I'm just gonna get them to add you, so we're gonna make you co-owner."
That's
He's
the
like,
truth.
"I'm tired of answering
very
all your
true.
questions because I'm like, have they changed the rules any? When is this starting?" And he's like, "We're just gonna."
You
fix
just need to
this."
be co-owner. We just need to get you in owner's chat.
And let me tell
Um,
you, I have felt special ever since. It's a new world. Let me
Derek
tell
is
you,
special.
Looking down at all the small people from the owner's box, I tell you what, it's a new world.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful. Yeah, it's a slippery slope. I mean, we are gods among men.
Oh, apparently Jake's a wannabe commish.
Yeah, he hasn't technically received the title of commish. He is as close to commish as possible as his official title.
As people will let him get.
Now Dave Barr, owner of Pottsville Maroons, is an official commissioner.
Oh, that is a change.
And Zach Holdorf, owner of the Corn Kings, is a commissioner.
Nah, I'm definitely proud to hear that one. Congratulations, Zach. Well deserved.
Yeah. I want to give a big shout out to Jim Copeland. We've dogged him a lot for week 1 with the Lincoln Spiders, but he has put together the Pacific Conference roster file this offseason. Awesome. He did the whole thing himself. He did the Pacific, Dave did the Atlantic. And if those guys didn't put in that work, we wouldn't have a season 9. Is that what we're in right now? Season 9?
8, bro.
Okay.
I knew that one.
Yeah. Good job, Brian.
Thanks, man.
Proud of you.
See, this guy down here, this guy down in the corner, he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's pretty much everything, I think, right? We are in.
I think that's what's new.
That's what's new. So,
can I take over from here?
Sure.
All right, my favorite segment, and we don't want to go through every team here, but I love Contender or Pretender. And
in classic form after the first week.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a small sample size, which is what we love.
Blake Sellers here on a new team. That's also something that's new this season.
That's true. What I love most about Blake Sellers playing for Green Bay is that he's going to think he has a chance, and then he's going to lose in the first round of the playoffs, and it's going to be fantastic. I just love that. But anyways, he doesn't know this, but Montreal was in trade conversation with Green Bay to try to obtain Blake Sellers.
That's a fact.
but we,
I
we
can
couldn't we
confirm.
couldn't come to an agreement. The price was just too high for Blake Sellers. We weren't
Obviously.
willing to pay. He is a hot commodity. I mean, he's got a good build. He's got a
Yeah.
good build. But anyways, contender pretender. I'm hoping one of you guys set up a randomizer.
About
Derek's
it.
got the randomizer with all the teams. We don't want to go through every team here because we want to get this done by tomorrow morning because we all have to work. But we'll probably do about 5 or 6 of them. See what
Yep,
we got.
I like that.
All right. Go ahead and
Like
hit
that
us
bit.
with the first team.
The first team we're going to talk about for contender or pretender, funny enough, is the Wolfpack.
Okay. Let me see if I can find them here. Let's pop them up right there.
Green
Boom.
Bay on the board.
The Green Bay Wolfpack. So what I want to do here is I want to say, are they a contender or a pretender? What do you think their record's going to be this season? Just a little bit about their coaching staff and their players. Whoever wants to start.
Ooh. Ryan, if you want to go,
Well, yeah,
or I can
I'll start.
go.
So I touched on earlier, Liam Hammer's back as a head coach. That's definitely going to be a big impact because obviously Jake couldn't do it on his own. And I think Jake wouldn't, maybe say it that harshly, but wouldn't disagree. He loves Hammer. Hammer's a good head coach, and I think he brings something back to that team that maybe they were lacking. I also know that they moved on from Nate Peterman Jr. as their quarterback. That's correct, right? That hasn't changed. They didn't trade for him again, did they?
That's true, Ryan. Good job.
Yeah.
And probably, in my opinion, a good move.
Yeah, and I think again that's something sometimes you really have to just you have a consistent quarterback, you have a good quarterback in Nate Peterman Jr. at the time, but sometimes you got to shake it up and you have to just start heading in a different direction. And so I think that Green Bay is definitely a contender. I don't think that there's anything surprising about that one.
Yeah.
But I think that they will go or here's stuff that we had talked about what the WFA is going on. How many games do we have in a season?
We have 12.
It was
Still
just
12?
put
Okay.
it was just put in the chat.
Okay, I wanted to make sure it was still 12 before I went ahead and gave my prediction.
Yep.
I will say, Green Bay 26-16 over Salt Lake City. The other night, I think that they will be 9-3.
Okay. So
I think 9-3 is fair. They already are 1-0.
Yeah.
I'd say they're going to lose, 3 games, but I think that probably is the most that they will lose so far. For what we've seen this season.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think, Derek?
All right. For me personally, and I'm looking currently at the results of their first game. And now I am saying this without actually knowing. They played Salt Lake. I think this game, do anyone know if this is pre new ownership taking over? Or was
No,
this,
so Logan and Joel just took over
was it
just
after this game ran, or
2
right
days ago.
before?
So they didn't have enough time to really
yeah,
change
this was
anything.
on Sunday.
Playbooks
So, which
were
means-
already locked in.
So, which means this game probably wasn't a true test of
Right.
the Wolfpack.
No.
This
Yep.
is more of a playbook for Salt Lake that was put together by the league, which is not bad. I'm sure they did fine. That being said, they only won by 10 points in a week that was very high scoring around the rest of the league. Gets you a little concerned, but I don't think too concerned. I think it obviously we had a long off season for the teams. And so I think this was just shaking off the rust, getting back into form. So I'm going 10-2, and I will say contender.
It's close.
Looking at their roster here, this whole season has been a big mix-up in the rosters.
Which is exciting. It's exciting.
Yeah.
That draft shook a lot up, and I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here with their roster, but the big thing is they have 2 gold wide receivers, but they do not have a gold quarterback. Whether that makes a difference or not, I'm not sure. However, on the defensive side, they have 2 gold corners and a gold linebacker and 3 gold defensive linemen. That's big.
The one thing I'll say about your quarterback comment is, as long as it's not a bronze, I think you're all right.
Yeah. I mean, we've
That's what
proven
we've
that
learned over the
you can win a
seasons.
Gin Bowl with a silver quarterback.
Right.
You can.
It
You know,
happens.
but Boston can't. Boston has the Polish sausage right now. You guys know
I
that,
saw
right?
that. He's wearing
oh,
number
he-
2.
He put up a fight, though. He
Yeah,
put up a fight.
yeah.
He's a
Till the
wild
second
sauce.
half.
Yeah. Now, granted, this past week we played without our starting linebackers. Who else did we didn't have our cornerback 1 in the game. I mean, there were some roster mistakes which we're trying to clean up right now. But anyways, we're getting off topic. I think Green Bay is going to go 10-2.
Okay, I will pick the next team. So we all agree contenders right there.
Contenders for sure.
All right, interesting one that just popped up. Wyoming.
Okay. I love this team. I'm glad we're talking about this team. I'll wait and see what you guys have to say first.
Give me a second. Close loss to Louisiana this past week.
What was the score on that game? I didn't catch that game.
Hold on, give me a second.
It was 37-10, wasn't it?
Oh, no. Yeah, no, never mind. They played Des
Yeah.
Moines this first one.
Des
Sorry.
Moines 37-10.
Yeah. It was
Des Moines
actually not a
37-12.
close loss. It was 37-10 loss to the Corn Kings. My apologies, Zach. The scores had moved on me, so I looked at the wrong week. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know a lot about this team. I should probably get myself acquainted real quick. So Ryan, if you have anything to say, I want to give them a fair break here. Obviously you got the Calvary kid still at the helm.
Yeah, I think from what I don't remember much from season 7 with Wyoming necessarily, but I do remember, when the ownership changed, and I know Wyoming was kind of on the way up, and I think that a lot of that has to do with that ownership change. So kind of going in blind. Yes, they lost 37-10, but the Corn Kings are a good team, good coaching, good ownership, and that's not surprising to anybody. But at the same time, I'd say that they're going to be over 500. Wyoming.
Definitely.
I think, they have a silver quarterback here, gold running back, Chris Dixon. Just kind of going through the roster, gold wide receiver, silver, they have, gold tight end. Wow. I just caught that one.
They got a pretty balanced team.
And
I've been
right. It's very,
been trying to get that gold tight end for a while.
And, even on the defensive side, they have a very good balance, couple gold linebackers, silver linebacker, they've really kind of, stacked some positions in a tiered manner. So it's not like you have 2 gold and then copper linebackers or something. And so I think that's just a smart move. I would say, they'll go 7-5. I think, just over 500, maybe not, too flashy, but who knows? The first game, like we talk about, it's always, not going to be the end result for the season.
They are rostering one of the best running backs in the league with Chris Dixon. 100%. He is a power running back, and he's fun to watch. If you ever watched some of his games from last season, I mean, I think last season he got like 200 plus yards every game. We only had 4 weeks, but he was running the ball like crazy.
Okay.
If they can pick up where they left off there's no reason these guys can't make it to the Gin Bowl, in my opinion.
Oh, it's just are you saying this is a dark horse pick for you?
Yeah,
Is
for sure.
Wyoming your dark horse pick?
For sure. And I think that their regular season record won't reflect that. I do think they're closer to 7-5, or I don't know, 8-4. But they're going to do well in playoffs as long as Loggins can get their playbook dialed in. They have the bones to be a really, really good team. They're a contender.
Okay, and see, I was wavering very close to what Ryan was saying at a 6-6 to 7-5. To be honest, just at looks. Now they could surprise me, but 6-6, 7-5 is where I'm sitting.
The Pacific Conference is tough.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good teams in the Pacific area.
There's a lot of teams that we will see how good they are. They could really surprise the heck out of us. So,
All right, I'll hit the next one.
Give us another one.
I'm going. Another interesting one. New Haven.
Oh, we
Okay.
just talked about the ownership upgrades there.
New Haven. All
New
right.
Haven. So New Haven had a rough start to the season.
Yeah, they got booty stomped, as they say, by the Pottsville Maroons. But that's a rivalry. You know, Dave has had his eye on New Haven since last season because of the drama that happened with Matt Barr, the kicker.
That's true.
They
The
stole.
first stone had been cast.
Yeah, and Dave has not forgotten. Trust me, I talk to that guy like every day. Um, he wanted to beat New Haven, so I would take week 1 with a grain of salt.
Okay.
I think that's fair. I say that for most teams. I think take week 1 with a grain of salt, especially if you're a newer owner or, there's a lot of changes that happen on the team. And with, like I said earlier, with the draft layout this year and the way things were kind of reallocated, you gotta figure out what you have and where people are
Yep.
going to fit best. And so, it's going to take a second. It's not the same team that we saw last year. And, hopefully that's for good reason. But yeah, 52-17 is a hard pill to swallow, um, for sure. But I think you make a really good argument, Colin. Um, Looking at New Haven's roster here, oh my,
I've
I like
I've
the
messed
green
up.
chainmail
I've messed up
background.
something here in my chat, and I can't get it out of here. I'm screwing something up. Don't mean to interrupt, but
Well, while you're messing with that, what I will say, and Brian, you might have been talking about this because I heard you say something about the chainmail on the roster
Yeah,
background.
it finally loaded. And I was like,
They
oh,
have some interesting pieces. 2 gold corners, gold wide receiver, Cooter Jeffries, gold DT. So they have pieces. The the hard thing about New Haven is they're rocking a bronze quarterback in Bodacious, and that is rough.
yeah, I
That is
didn't.
rough. Bodacious has a rough history in this league.
Yep.
You can ask Dave. So in fact, it was a kind of a is another game that had like like a old quarterback versus a new team, an old quarterback or a quarterback versing his old team, kind of like Napoli played against Montreal. You had Bodacious play against Pottsville because Bodacious played for Pottsville last year, right? I'm not wrong in that.
Correct.
So yeah, kind of like a revenge game, if you will. But that worries me. So I'm going. I'm gonna have. They will go as far as Bo can take them. So not to take anyone's fire, but I'm going like 4-7. Pretender for me.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think anything below a 500 is considered a pretender. Is that what you guys are kind of going off of?
yeah. I mean, obviously, 500 is the bare minimum benchmark, and so I think that's a fair assessment. But I think that Derek, I think hitting on the bodacious aspect is definitely a real thing. You do need that quarterback presence, like we just talked about. You can win a Gem Bowl with a silver quarterback.
Uh,
Anything below that, you're getting into
yeah.
kind of some rough waters there, and so I think there's a great wide receiver core here. You got 2 golds, but you have a gold running back. But again, the quarterback is going to determine some of these factors.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm all about trying to save cap space, but I'm not sure that the quarterback position is the place to do that.
Well, I mean, their defense is really, really good too. They have 2 gold corners,
Yeah.
a gold free safety. I mean, a couple silver linebackers. It's odd, like where some of the allocation was, and I'm wondering how
Yeah.
much of that was inherited and how much of that is kind of just
The fact of the
trying to
matter
build a
for
new
me
team.
is they're not going to beat Pottsville. They're not going to beat Montreal. They're probably not going to beat Charleston. I'm talking about all Atlantic Conference folk.
Yeah.
They may or may not beat Jamaica or Louisiana. I think they're going to struggle to get 500. So for me, this team is a pretender this season.
I agree. I think if they hit 500, they've had a great season.
Yeah.
Apparently, the people are wanting you to unmute someone.
I muted Sellers.
I think you can bring him back. I'm searching a new team.
He's unmuted. He's unmuted. All right, let's get one more.
You want
One
one
more.
more?
One more.
Okay. I just rolled Miami.
Oh boy.
This is easy.
Go ahead, Colin.
Colin,
This is
start us
easy.
off. I'm taking a
First
look.
off,
Coco is a top contender. He's just not a contender. He has experience in other leagues. He knows how the game works. He knows how to build a roster. But that being said, oh, okay. So he has I got nervous. He has a bronze quarterback in Josh Wagner,
one.
but he has
Plus one.
progressed to silver, so he's okay there, and he has quick release, so he's okay. But that does make me nervous. He has 2 gold wide receivers. He has a decent tight end. He has a solid line. He's got enough to work with that his playbook management skills will outweigh any roster issues that he has.
if I put out, he has 2 gold wide receivers and 3 silver wide receivers.
That's a lot. That's a little
They're
overkill.
slinging it.
That's a
They are
little
slinging it.
overkill.
I think that, but they also have a gold running back, and so it's not like they're not going to run the
Defense
ball.
is looking a little sus.
Yeah,
It is a
the
little low.
offense
There's
is
not
definitely
some-
heavy loaded.
There's not some
Yeah.
stars. I mean, they have the gold strong safety. I'll tell you, free safety. I'm Rocky Blitz played for Montreal. I'm partial to Rocky.
Yeah.
I like that guy, even though he's on your bench. But your defense is looking a little sus, but the offense is going to be a juggernaut if he unlocks its full potential.
It's
Yeah,
like Peyton Manning with the Colts. You're just slinging it all day. You don't have much of a defense, but you're just putting up points.
Yeah, he's going to outscore opponents for sure.
Air raid. I like that. That's
Air raid
probably what it's
coming
going
into
to be.
Miami.
Yeah, they're going to be if he pulls off the right thing, could look like the WFA version of Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
Just slinging this at all
Yep.
levels.
And if their defense could do something, they'll be all right.
He will be a contender. He will make it to playoffs. But I'm not sure he'll make it past round 1, to be honest with you. I think he seems unidimensional right now. I think he will be easy to shut down defensively if a team does any scouting at all, personally.
That's fair. So if you had to assign him a record, what are you thinking?
6-4. 6-4.
Yeah.
That's not right. 6-6.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's 12 games.
Yeah, my math's off.
I'm gonna
6.
go. I'm going 8-4. With the caveat of a lot of close games won by shootout. I'm talking overtime wins, very close one-time games, or like 1-score games.
Yeah.
Ryan, what are you thinking? If you had to assign a,
Mike Coco is not art.
oh, he's hurting.
And I say
feels.
that
Ryan's
just
thinking
from a
with the heart.
personal thing. It has nothing to do with him as a coach and an owner. No, I think Colin, you said it earlier. That they have an elite owner taking over for a former elite owner in Art Vandelay.
I like people putting their
And,
guests in the chat.
Yeah, I appreciate the guesses going to the chat. Thanks, Alex, Jake, and Zach. Derek, you said 8-4, right?
Yeah.
I think what Colin said makes sense. They will get to the playoffs, but can they win a Gen Bowl? I think the defense makes me a little apprehensive to think that they can go all the way because, like you said, I think, Colin, you can just, if you do a little bit of scouting, you can pick that defense apart with kind of the pieces that aren't there. And if you have an offense that's also equally as talented or even close, they can pull that off. So,
Definitely.
and you could have an offense that maybe isn't as talented, but a defense who can shut down their offense, and it's over. So there's a lot of factors here that could shut them down. They have some weaknesses to be patched up in defense.
Yep.
So I would say, 8-4, 7-5, Derek. I kind of, I think they're definitely over the contender line. They for sure a contender.
Yeah, I'm definitely
But
worried about him. I mean, I'm going to take him very seriously
yeah,
whenever we play him.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's no question about that. I'd never want to laugh them out of the room like they're not a threat. It's just there could be some there could be less holes that they will need to worry about.
Yep.
But for right now, they just hopefully can
They're not
figure
shutting
it out.
anyone out. They're not shutting anyone out, but they're going to outscore a lot of people.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
That offense, the receiving core, that's
Definitely.
awesome. And the running game with a gold running back. If everyone stays healthy, sure. So,
All right. So that was Contender Pretender. And now, probably my most favorite segment we've ever done.
that we've not done
Get
yet.
out of here. That we've never done.
That we've never done. Helmet Hot Topics.
Hot topics.
Scenes from a hat.
Essentially. So what this is I've got a nice helmet here.
Show him that
And
helmet.
I've got-
Show him that
I've got-
helmet, baby boy.
Throwback to the
retro
OG
logo.
Berserkers logo.
It's upside down.
I know it is because there's topics
I was
inside.
trying to
that
get
we
you
pull
talking
out.
about.
So what this is going to be is I have a number of topics on slips of paper in this helmet. The guys know about a couple of these that we discussed in pre-production, but I've even thrown some wild cards in here that they have no idea.
Okay. Okay.
These topics cover everything from a question about host cities of WFA teams to questions about owners to questions about league players. And I'm going to put them on the spot. I'll answer some as well. I'll answer them all as well, but this is coming off the cuff from the start. They do not know. The only person who knows what these are me, but I don't know what I'm choosing right now. I also use the randomizer for some of these. But the first hot topic out of this helmet is this is a good one, and we talked about this in pre-production, so you might have already. Which members of the WFA would you most want to go out on the town with for a night? Like which one would you like to party with most?
Oh gosh.
Which member? And I know we talked about owners, but I opened it up to all members if there's someone else that maybe not be ownership. What member of the WFA would you like to party with or go out a night on the town with most of all?
Well, I guess aside from us, right? Because
aside from those in your room, we do
'cause
that.
we do that.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
We will be doing that in the end of March.
That's true.
Derek's gotten some votes in the chat already.
Hey, we'll throw down. You want crowding? You want crowding?
Derek can party. Man, Derek can party. Derek can party. Ryan can party and then fall asleep.
Hashtag buzz the tower. Let's go. He knows what's up. Anyway, what do you guys got? Who wants to go first?
My personal. Can I start? Can I start?
Yes, you can start, Colin. Go ahead.
All right. Let me just throw up a logo here. This is who I want to party with.
Really? Frank Wade.
I would love to have a few drinks with Frank Wade and see what possessed him to take Colin Pierce in season 8 or season 7. I think we would have a blast. I don't know the guy. I have no idea what he looks like, but I feel like we have this mutual connection. Frank and I could probably... He probably only drinks Miller Lite.
Ooh.
Sorry, Ryan.
But only drink Miller Lite. But I mean, I'm drinking Miller Lite right now.
I think it would be fun. There's a couple people that I would like to party with, but I'm afraid to party with because I am not despite what the league might think, I am not a heavy drinker. I am what you consider a lightweight.
Before you stop drinking.
Before you give those people, Ryan, if you had to give your top one, who you going with?
Well, it was going to be Zach, but screw you, man. You left me off the list. You said Derek and Colin. I would pick Jake, but I don't like drinking out of sippy cups. So One person in all seriousness that I would love to have a drink with, and I know he's on the West Coast, maybe hit up Vegas, is Liam Hammer. Absolutely, Liam
Ooh,
Hammer. I
okay.
think he knows how to good time. Yeah, Zach, love you too. Damage is done. And I would say Dave Barr, but we've already drank with Dave, and
Yeah,
he
Dave's
gets
fun.
hysterical when he drinks.
Dave's fun.
Yeah, so
And if I had to pick one just to finish this out, I'm going with Logan. When two guys with great beards get together, good times are gonna happen. So
I
that's what
bet
I'm going
Logan
with.
knows how to party. I bet Joel does too.
I mean, that's fair. There's a.
I bet
Liam
Joel does
doesn't
too.
drink apparently.
Liam
Oh,
doesn't drink. He's too religious. Because
Nothing wrong
Jesus
with that.
didn't drink.
Nothing wrong with that. He
He
made
didn't.
wine.
He didn't turn water into wine. But this isn't a
Didn't say he
religious.
drank
No,
it.
This isn't a religious
He
segment.
can drink the,
This-
he can drink the water and give Ryan the wine. It's
We-
fine.
We
It's a
could
great
turn this
partnership.
into a religious
So
segment.
while I'm picking the next topic, Colin,
Do you have a
what are a
Jesus
couple?
statue to put up, Colin?
What are a couple that scare you, Colin? Before I move to this next
A
segment.
couple that scare me. I am scared to death of this man.
Yeah, me too.
This guy could
He said-
probably, outdrink me by 3 times.
And then wait till you're asleep, and who knows what happens then?
Who knows what could happen? And then I also hate this guy.
He's winning our weight loss competition, though.
No, he's not. He's not even close. He's gained weight.
Oh, wait.
Nolan.
Oh, yeah, but I thought we're losing weight, right? Okay.
We're
Never
losing weight. Yeah. It is a weight loss competition, not a weight gain competition, Ryan.
mind. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I-
You have time to turn it around.
I'm number one
You are number
this
one.
week. It won't last.
Nolan Pierce will be partying here soon. He's getting married here next week.
That is true.
Next weekend. So
All right.
big shout out to
Got my
Nolan.
Next one. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. And I just looked at this, and this is going to be controversial, but it's also going to put you both on the spot to see how much you pay attention.
still
Oh,
like
I
the
pay
green
attention.
M&M.
This
freaking
one could
pay
be
attention.
controversial in
Okay.
the chat. Feel free to put your answers in the chat, or if you do not agree with someone. But who has the best uniforms in the league? Which uniforms do you feel are the most fire? Now you can choose a single home uniform, a single away, or someone's like overall kit. Like it doesn't matter. If you just like a single team's group. Seeing I wrote this, I made sure I had some answers, so I can give you a moment to think about it while I give you my answer. So
Go ahead and give us what you got.
okay. Obviously, I'm going to give you my bias answer, and I've told you this a million times that I really love the Berserkers alternates. The Valhalla alternates is something I love a lot, the white and gold, but
Yeah.
not being non-biased. So I know with new ownership, there could be some change coming, but I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of Salt Lake's aways. Which
Logan
has
knows
that-
how to make uniforms.
It has that neon green, or it
Yeah.
had. Again, they could change it. It has that neon green and dark colors really pop. And flip side, I really like Miami's home with the black and pink and neon
And the
blue.
neon blue.
It
yeah.
looks so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you too. I like Miami's. I think incorporating pink is a bold move, but it works for them. They don't overdo it.
And Miami is like you look at the Miami Heat's, some of their variations of their uniforms, they worked in the pink and blue.
Yeah.
It just works for that city, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to say if you love America, you're going to love Charleston Federal's uniforms coming in.
Really?
So what you saw week 1 was actually just the Victoria Vanguard uniforms because the uniform code has not been put in. I've actually helped Nolan make these uniforms for the Federals. They've got stars going down the sides. I mean, it is super patriotic. It's going to look really good. And if you love America, you're going to love these uniforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any
yeah.
others that pop out for you right now?
I've always been a fan of our uniforms.
Oh,
I think they're classy AF.
We went through a lot of variations of those things.
I think the black, the gold, and the white is really nice.
So I agree with Derek. I like the Salt Lake. Is it you say the Salt Lake away? Is that the ones
Yeah.
with the green? Okay, with the green highlights. But in also in the same realm, I do like some of Jamaica's uniforms. Because they incorporate if I'm not mistaken. They have like the bright greens, the bright yellows. They work some white in there. But then also, I will not lie and say that there are some variations of the Wolfpack's uniforms that I really have liked. The only problem is there's so many of them I can't even remember.
That's fair.
They are hard to
That's-
keep up with.
That's the only thing. But
They're
I
hard to keep
really
up with.
do. I really do like the Wolfpack's variations. So
Yep.
So, okay, just pulled another comment or another question, and this is probably my next favorite question. So we've pulled two of the best questions I have in his helmet,
Okay.
along with the uniform one, which is the most probably able to be discussed. This one, and again, another pre-production. If the owners in the WFA were an alcohol, what would they be?
Okay.
Now, this can be a beer, a liquor, or a cocktail. So, based on what you know about them, what alcohol, cocktail, beer, liquor describes them? What are they in your mind? And I'm going to randomize and give you guys a couple of names,
Okay.
and we'll go back and forth
Okay. I like it.
instead of trying to go through all of them.
Yeah, I like this.
You have first up, and I'm not shitting you. You have it's Colin. I'm really fucking this up.
It's me?
It's Colin. Pierce is on
Okay.
there.
All right.
do I have to do this one?
Yeah, you do.
All right. So I'm thinking something sweet like a Shirley Temple.
I am sweet.
Get out of here.
Uh,
If that man isn't Miller Hams with a lime, he is nothing else.
I know.
That is
right.
what he is.
I was just going for what his personality is.
Derek knows
Um,
me.
Miller. It's hams with lime,
Hams with
or
lime.
PBR with lime, or
Or-
some sort of
Or-
beer you can find
Or,
it.
on the
Or-
weekend, I'm giving him a
or-
smoked Manhattan.
That's
Smoked Manhattan.
freaking
Not
right.
That's
Smoked
fair.
old fashioned.
Yes,
old-fashioned.
that's right.
Either way.
Smoked old fashioned.
If he's going deep in it, it's a smoked old fashioned. But 9
right.
times out of 10, I'm naming Colin Pierce a Hams with lime.
No,
He's right.
that's absolutely the real answer for sure.
Yeah, you guys are both right.
All right. Seeing that was an easy one, we're going to do a few more. I want something that'll challenge us. Okay, now this is I asked for a challenge. And we only know this man a little. This
Okay.
is skills.
Oh yeah. All right.
Skills.
Let's go up to Boston. Throw that logo up there for the first time tonight.
So
If
what
I'm
do you
not
think?
mistaken, is Skills 21?
I don't believe so.
I don't think
think so either. So I would say like milk.
I mean, imagine for this example, he was 21. If there was an alcohol that you could associate with our friend from Boston, the Minecraft maniac as he is,
That's
what would
true.
you put there?
Oh man. Skills likes to be different. I'll say that. I know that about him. He likes to be different. He likes to go against the grain. Last season he sported the bronze quarterback. Does he still have the bronze quarterback? No, he has Napoli, the
We
Polish
have a
sausage.
lot of vodkas
He's
in the
vodka.
chat. They're all saying he's going against the grain. They're giving him vodka.
Smirnoff. Okay.
I don't think he's that stereotypical. I like Skills a lot.
Oh, he's 21. I'm sorry.
I like Skills a lot. I'm not
Oh,
going to
he's in the
stoop
chat.
down to
Skills 21.
vodka.
I thought he was. I didn't see that he had just posted a little bit ago. Okay, he's still here.
Man, this is tough.
Ryan, do you
Man,
have an
this is
idea of what
tough.
you might give him if you could associate him with an alcohol? It is a challenge.
I mean, I naturally just want to play off of. He moved the team to Boston.
So it would be Sam Adams. Is that
I'll
what you're
call it like a
thinking?
Sam Adams Boston
Yeah.
Lager.
Oh yeah, okay. I feel
That's like the go-to, or some sort of warmer drink. So we're talking whiskeys. We're talking,
Ooh, yeah.
Irish whiskeys in particular, because you're talking Boston here. Maybe like a Jameson and
But what you're missing, he could be like a Bueno Vesa, a little salt beer, little salt and lime for the ocean view.
the ocean.
There you
yeah,
got here.
Okay.
'Cause the
See,
whale-
he's one of those people who's there all the time, so I see him almost as more of one of these stereotypical seltzers, but more of a variety pack. Like
okay.
like maybe one of
got?
these like holiday package seltzers, like a Truly. So I think I might go maybe a truly seltzer
Okay.
for
For
Mr.
me,
Skills.
I'm gonna roll another one. We'll do one or two more of these. We'll pick one question and we'll end with the final question. How about that?
Okay.
Ooh.
Feel free to answer what your drink of choice is in the chat, by the way.
Yeah. This one, this is a guy that Colin probably knows the best out of all of us,
Mm-hmm.
but still kind of foreign. We're going with Logan, new owner, one of the new owners of Salt Lake, is what the randomizer just picked.
Okay.
Chicago man, Chicago area guy, but now resides in. I definitely see him as a beer guy. If I'm picking him, I'm probably giving him beer of some sort.
He is.
Probably like a Coors, something maybe Steadfast, Solitude. Oh, and Jake's got a Logan as Bud Light.
Jake is wrong. I know exactly what Logan drinks. I'm gonna let
Would you
Ryan
say it's
guess.
fitting for him?
For the most part, yes. But I know his beer of choice and I know his hard drink of choice. But I'm
Okay.
gonna let Ryan go ahead and guess.
It's not like a fuzzy navel or some sort of weird wine cooler, is it?
No.
Okay, I figured not, but I thought I'd throw it out there.
Ooh, some Bush Lights.
Oh, it's a Bush Dog Brew.
Oh,
Not
he could be
just
a
for
Busch Light guy.
dogs. It's human quality for the most part. Yeah, I think, I generally default to beer, but that's just because
Welcome.
At least in the
am
chat.
I am a beer person as well. So I'd say, I don't know, like something lighter, not too heavy. I'd say maybe he's an IPA type of guy. A
Okay.
good Goose Island IPA.
Ooh, Chicago area 312.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So, for the most part, I know Logan likes Molson Coors.
Oh, I've heard that. That's
100%
He
beer
got
of
yelled at
choice. Beer of choice is Molson Coors. However, on the weekends, that guy can make a mean Bloody Mary.
Really?
Oh yeah, if he was in the chat right now, he'd be speaking up. That guy makes a Bloody Mary at least every weekend.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Let me pick one more owner to go with, and then we will pick the final question for this segment.
Natty Light. Miller High Life, the champagne of beers.
I got one Natty Light left in my mini fridge from when
That's been for a while, yeah.
when Matt Bradley was here.
Yeah. You should build a golf course.
That's the Busch Light Invitational.
A Busch Light Invitational. You put half cans in your yard.
All right, one more.
And this has come up, and we have to. I know there's an easy answer for this guy, but I want us to think a little deeper. It has come up. The Corn King himself, Zach Holdorf.
Yeah.
We all know what the easy,
Okay.
low-hanging fruit is with
Okay.
Crown and Mountain Dew. But if you had something else, which I have one that I don't know if you all know about, so I'll save it.
Oh man. Yeah, I was definitely thinking Crown and Mountain Dew.
Bush Dog Brew. That's what I was thinking, but I said it already.
Bush Dog Brew. I mean, what else does the guy drink?
I'm not saying he even drinks this. He's probably might not have even heard of it. But there's a bourbon out there. There's a bourbon out there called Mellow Corn. It's a very earthy corn, but it's a yellow label called Mellow Corn. It's a bourbon. Look it up. Very earthy, very unique flavor as far as bourbons go.
I just keep picturing the Bush can with the corn on the outside of it that they released was like maybe 5-6 months ago.
Dude, you're so right. I see that in the freezer in gas stations. I literally think of the Corn Kings every time.
Every time.
Yes.
Every time. It's like when you find the NFL logo cans and you're like, oh, the Steelers. Oh, the Bengals. And it's like, oh, corn. Yeah, that's the Corn Kings.
That's the Corn Kings. It is.
He's built a good brand already.
He's Busch Light. I'm sorry. He's Busch Light. Wait. I remember he drinks something different. I've seen this before. He drinks something different. I think he... Oh, shoot. What did he have? I've seen it before a couple times. I'm gonna guess it's just like a whiskey sour. No, it's a highball. It's a highball. Zach drinks highballs when he goes out to party. Tell me I'm right, Zach. Tell me I'm right. I remember this.
Thrown.
Highball. Let's see. I know that's 100% right. I saw him post pictures of a highball of him going out on the town with his wife. Yeah, that's it.
Correct. There you go.
Yes.
Correct.
Well, there's 3 questions. I think it's good to end on that. We had 3 solid ones.
Yeah.
I will say, if you have ideas for questions you'd like us to kind of debate and have people answer in the chat, message me.
For sure.
Send me some ideas for some random off-the-wall questions that I can throw in the helmet for later weeks. I'll be taking any suggestions. But that's kind of Helmet Hot Topics, just a little hodgepodge, a little potpourri of randomness around
I like
the
that.
WFA.
I like that. I think it's important that we do things off the cuff like that. Not so structured. This was fun. It's been
Good
a
to be
while.
back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I appreciate everyone being active, being here. I
Yeah.
know Ryan said it multiple times, but good job, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And thanks for staying active in the chat here. So,
Yeah, for my fellow men up here, how's it feel to be the gods among men? Welcome back as we come back to Earth, ready for another season of glory.
I mean, I just feel bad for everybody else in the Atlantic Conference, if I'm honest. I mean, if you're in the Atlantic Conference, you got to be nervous to play Montreal. You're going to have to play them at least once, right? So we're back with a vengeance. We've got a new and improved roster. Derek and I are putting our heads together to work on the offensive game plan. I'm feeling good about it. We got to figure out Detroit's roster file. Me and Zach have been talking about that today. It is messed up. If anybody knows how to work a roster file, please let us know. I tried to work on it today, and when I plugged it into the Xbox, my game froze, and I plugged it back into my laptop, and everybody's names was messed up. All gibberish names. It's really weird. So if anybody knows how to fix that, we'd really appreciate it.
Atlantic soft. All right, we'll see you. We'll see you in the Gem Bowl, bro. Don't worry.
I pretty much feel the same, Colin. I don't feel any different.
Yeah, that's right. So you missed out on a lot, but now you're caught up to speed. And you know that the owner of the Lincoln Spiders is...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Copeland.
It's Jim Copeland. Very good. Very good.
For a while, we're talking the last 24 hours, I was getting the Spiders and the Vipers mixed up.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm pretty good. I got everything figured out.
Oh.
Looks like we'll be sending the file to Mr. Hammer Jammer Jr., the one and only. So
Old soft hands hammer.
thanks,
Oh,
baby.
you bet you're right. You can check him out
He has
in
the
that other
magic
league.
touch.
You can check him out in the other league, scoring massive touchdowns in the number one.
He's a
offense
boss,
in that
man.
league.
He's a
Let me
stud
know.
in sim football. For sure. So, but man, it's been fun. I feel like there's not really anything for us to go over at this point. I'm not sure this is going to be a weekly thing.
So, yeah, do you want me to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Colin, we kind of had some conversations, and while we love doing it, frequently, it gets to be a little bit.
We just want it to be fun.
Well, it's sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes there's not a lot going on in the league, especially as we get into the regular season. We could review games all day, but it gets to be really repetitive and kind of just monotonous. So we definitely will give you guys a heads up when we go and are going to go live. A couple days in advance at least, so you guys can tune in, because we're going to try to do it frequently, but we can't guarantee it's going to be every week at a certain day. But it generally will probably be in the evenings, 8:30 or so. I know
Eastern Standard Time. Eastern being the best time. zone.
Definitely.
It is the only time zone. If you're not in Eastern
It
time,
is.
you're
It is
wrong.
the standard. It's Eastern Standard.
This is where the country was founded, folks.
That's
Can't
right.
argue that one.
So-
No, so yeah, we just kind of talked about it. It's like, we love doing it, but we love doing it. It's just, it's hard to always, make sure that Monday is free or Tuesday is free for all of us.
Yeah,
Especially now Derek, is definitely gonna be a regular part of this,
definitely.
and it's hard enough when it was just Colin and myself trying to get us to all be free on the same night.
Yep.
So yeah, but we're
This
glad
is
to
for
be back.
fun. Yep.
Definitely for
Fake
fun.
fake football is
We
for
hope
fun.
we hope to have more chat involvement. I know that's something we talked about as well, and I think tonight we did a pretty good job of bringing you all in, getting your responses, and giving you guys shout outs. But we do want to, keep interacting with you guys. That's why we do this. And so that is true, Hammer. I can't argue with
I
that.
didn't
I was trying
know
to think of
time zones were so controversial, but I love it.
everyone repping their time zone. It's like area codes, like 304. What'd you say, the 312 when I said about Chicago with Goose Island?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I don't know. Other than that, that's pretty much all we got tonight, guys, isn't it?
Had a
All right.
great time. Had a
Yep.
great time.
Yeah.
We will see you all in the future.
Good luck in week 2, everybody.
Yes, good
Yeah,
luck,
best
everyone.
of luck, and hopefully we can fix those roster files.
We'll see y'all later.
See ya.
Peace.